Hi, beloved one. Blessings. Thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for waking up today. Thank you for choosing to stop through. I am Drasmin, and this is Dragom Oracle. And today I am guided to bring to you a very special pick a pile reading to dive into this very powerful Jupiter conjunct North Node sextile Saturn energy that we are entering the month of June 2023 with. Now, I have pre-shuffled the three piles. These are the three main oracle cards, shall we say, that have guided, and then I will be pulling tarot to dive deeper into each aspect. And before we go into choosing the pile, I have opened our circle. I have called in the ancestors, angels, archangels, animal spirits, elementals, and all friendly guides, honoring of the light and shadow who wish to be here, to be present. You are welcome into this sacred space. All the messages that come through are in alignment for your highest unfolding. Now, this is a collective reading, so some or all of the message may resonate with you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you want a personal deep dive reading like this or anything else, you are welcome to send me an email. The details for that are in the description box below. Okay, so with that said, let's talk a little bit briefly about what does Jupiter conjunct North Node sextile Saturn means. Okay, big jargon words here. So Jupiter is about the higher meaning. Okay, it's Jupiter is the granddaddy of the cosmic verse. Okay, so basically what this alignment means is your higher meaning, your big raison d'être, your purpose for being is meeting, expansion, and meeting. So it's like this turning point in fate and destiny in your life where you really get to see what your purpose is, what the meaning of your life is, how they meet, and how to expand that in the human experience. Okay, so now we'll get a little clearer on how exactly these energies align with you as we go into the readings. I don't want to share too much about it. Other than that, the other thing I will say is this Jupiter conjunct North Node, Jupiter is in Taurus, and Taurus is the first earth sign. So earth signs is all about the material. It's all about the earth. It's all about grounded. Taurus is about wealth, sensuality, luxury, stability, digging roots, planting structures, stabilizing. So when Jupiter is in Taurus, it's really about stabilizing your material wealth. So it's about activating your highest dream and your highest purpose, right? And then Saturn is all about it is at expansion. Okay, so that could be expansion of your mind, of your heart, of the way you care for your body. There's growth within that. There could be expansion of your finances. There could be expansion of family, of love, of community. Some, or all of these aspects could be affected. And the second important note, why this energy is so important, is that the conjunctions in North Node, they travel in there every 12 signs, right? So we are lucky if we see it once, maybe twice in a lifetime. So we are only going to see Jupiter and Taurus conjunct North Node once in this lifetime. And the energy affects us for 12 years. So it's a really big time of making wise decisions that are in alignment with your purpose, your joy, your peace. Okay, so let's look at the three options we have. So for the oracle cards, I was guided to pull an angel card from the Angelarium Oracle, and this is the guide from the higher source, from the sky, from the heaven, from above, that is going to be with you through this time. Then I was guided to pull Oracle from the Power deck, and this is going to be the guide, the energy, the supporting archetype that comes from the earth. So, so we have the sky and below, above and below. And then we have in the middle, we have the archetype. So this is more of your higher self, what is calling from your deep consciousness to help you really pull out, activate, and integrate what is wishing to be activated and expanded within and for you at this time. So those are the only 3 cards that I reshuffled and have here. So option 1, I will show you the image for the power deck, and then we'll look at the rest of them when we go into your pile, okay? So option 1, this is your image. Can you see that? Okay. Option 2, we have this image. Let's see, make sure there's no glare. And option 3, we have this image. Okay, so take a nice big deep breath in. I probably ought to have done this before we got started, and exhale, releasing all that was here a moment ago, releasing what comes next. 1, 2, and 3. I'm growing with y'all, so thank you for witnessing me as I figure out how to set this up for you and show you the cards and everything. I love hearing from you. So if you aren't subscribed, please do subscribe if my messages speak to you so I can continue tapping into your energy fields. And it also helps my growth as a channel and a guide on this platform. If you like this video and the messages resonate with you, feel free to hit a like or even make a comment. I do read every one of them, and it means the world to me to have you interact with me. So let's get started with group 1. I'll set these aside over here. Okay, so group 1, you had this image. I'm going to set this right here so you can see it. And your angel is Angel of Death, Azrael. Now, no need to panic or click off the video. You know, death is not necessarily always a physical thing. Death is simply change from one form to another, you know, irrevocable change. And Archangel Azrael is here as the angel of death to help you through this time of your life. All right, so we'll put him right here. See if I can move this. Yeah. Okay, we'll put him right here. That's where you want to be? Nope, here. Okay. All right, all right. You know, I don't need these guys over here, so let's make a real room. Yeah, all right. Are we happy now? Okay, we're happy. All right, and your archetype is advocate, okay? The light aspect of this is inspires you to put compassion into action. And the shadow, just worth mentioning, is embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. Not really a relevant message, just felt guided to share that in case, but we're going to focus more on the light attribute. So putting compassion into action. All right, very interesting. And then let's read what this says on the back. Number 43, masculine. The direction is east. So east is saying this is a new beginning. This is a new chapter. East is about beginnings. East is about spring. So springtime could be very significant. We are just coming out of spring as I'm recording this and going into the heart of summer. The color is yellow. So that could be a very powerful color to meditate with, to wear, to, you know, reflect on and use during this time. And the message here says, carrying your gift of consciousness from the heart of woman, the heart of Mother Earth, trek towards the summit of higher knowledge. Because of male and female imbalances, Earth is in danger of dying. Remember that the power of the masculine explodes as the power of the feminine implodes, right? That's that balance, yin yang, giving and receiving, taking and, you know, attracting. A sacred when this happens, when the masculine and feminine energies are in motion and in balance with each other, a sacred spiral of life is set into motion. One cannot live without the other. The masculine god is in search of the feminine goddess. Now, let's take a moment real quick, and let me point out that this is energy, okay? We all have masculine and feminine energy within us, regardless of gender, regardless of how you choose to identify, okay? The masculine brings gift of driving force to the feminine's power of intuitive, creative receptivity. Both are equal warriors in the fight against ignorance. Balance your masculine and feminine energies through meditation and awareness, and recognize whether you are carrying a male or a female shield. Okay, I'm starting to see this. This is your struggle in life, yet a great source of power and balance. Okay, so immediately what I'm getting for you, option one, is there has been a conflict within your consciousness of how to show up in the world, okay? Perhaps, you are a male-bodied with heavy feminine energy, and you have experienced life as boys don't cry, man up, toughen up, get over it, figure it out. But in reality, you're just very soft and feminine and intuitive, and you don't want to man up or even woman up. You just want to be soft and gentle. But because you're in a masculine body, you have been programmed to believe that to show up in a gentle way is to be perceived as weak, right? And so that's why this advocate card is coming up here. How can you be an advocate for yourself? Okay. And that's why the Archangel Azrael, angel of death, is here. He's here to basically say it is time to let these old beliefs, old thoughts around how you should be. Okay. That word should, first of all, get rid of it. It's a terrible word that programs you for failure, because when you say I should, then you've already preconditioned yourself to believe that if you don't accomplish whatever you should blank, then you're not successful. And that's not the truth, right? So let's read more about Archangel Azrael. So Archangel Azrael is Azrael. What's the correct pronunciation? Azrael. Okay, Azrael. Archangel Azrael is the assistant to man's creation and the architect of the human body. Yes, yes, yes. So Archangel Azrael is here to help you integrate and find a balance of the masculine and feminine energies within you. The advocate energy is here to help you find more compassion within yourself. Look, masculine energy, there's a very heavy focus on the masculine energy, which means is telling me one of two things. One, you have suppressed your masculine energy, or there is a hyper focus on the masculine energy. The number 43 is very significant because 4 is about your structures and 3 is the Holy Trinity. It is the meeting of mind, heart, body. It is the meeting of masculine, feminine, and child. It is the meeting of, it is that first formation, earth, heaven, and in between. That is the first formation. It is the strongest formation. It is where life finally begins to connect, right? Because you have 1, then you have 2 pillars, and then you have 3, and that's the first connecting point. So it's like, how are you connecting mind, heart, body within your structure? And is the masculine energy supporting you, or is it wounded? And so when the masculine energy is wounded, how it shows up is it shows up as defensiveness. It shows up as a lack of structure. It shows up as a lack of discipline. It shows as a resistance to change. Okay, Azrael stands alone on the shores of mortality, helping remove the souls from the bodies of dying men, like precious seeds from the rotting core of an apple. Okay. Let's talk about this. So there is something within you that's dying, but within death, there is life. Okay. If you think about it, when something dies, it goes into the earth. And what happens? It starts to decompose. Mushrooms come in, other organisms come in, and they are able to extract the life from what's decomposing and then that becomes new life. Now, it doesn't happen overnight, but it does take time. So what I'm hearing for you in this time is that you are going through a deep death within your subconscious. So everything just feels a little wobbly, everything feels a little shaky. And so that is why this compassion is so, so important for you right now. You know, being gentle with yourself, especially if you have wounded masculine energy, you know, being extra gentle with yourself. And I'm saying, I'm talking, focusing on masculine because it is here, but, you know, take it either way. If you have wounded feminine energy shows up as a lack of trust, shows also as defensiveness, shows as a difficulty with receiving. You know, if you can't even receive compliments, that's a sign of the wounded feminine. If you're not able to give compliments and express yourself freely, you know, that's a sign of the wounded masculine. So it plays out both ways, but there is a heavy highlight focus on the masculine energy within this reading, okay? So do not search here or there, just trust in the moment and let yourself know that all the knowledge you seek is already within you. And even as it feels like it's consuming your soul, trust that the rot is falling away, and all that is needed is time and space and respect of the process. Okay? Beautiful. Okay. So let's dive deeper with tarot and look at what you know, let's dive a little deeper into this. So I have some questions that I wrote out. So the first and most important question, I'm sure, is what does this all mean for me? So let's get one tarot card to look at. What does all of this mean for me? Page of Acorns, discovery and enthusiasm. Yes, 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 yes. Beautiful. Yes, you are discovering aspects of yourself. You are finding out that, wait a minute, I am not designed to stay one person. Okay, change is the only constant, and that's what death is. Death is basically change, and it doesn't have to be necessarily a bad thing. It could definitely be scary, and that's okay. All of you is valid. All of your fears are, you know, they have a purpose. They're safe to express, right? But fear is just courage making itself known. That's what fear is. Okay, so all of this means that you are in this wonderful time of discovery. How exciting is that, right? Okay, so now what is being activated for you at this time? The Magician. Yes, new beginnings, the number one, the Magician. Okay, so your willpower, your recognition of the potential that you have, your understanding that you are the author and the story of your life. You are recognizing that you have all that you need within you to create the life that you want. You know, in the traditional tarot, the Magician has you know, it's a person standing in front of a table that has all of the elements within it. Okay, so what are the elements? The elements are wands, which is air, which is your you know, your thoughts, your aha, your energy, your the first thing you wake up and feel and think. Okay, your thoughts, your mind. And then we have swords, okay, which is fire, which is your passion. Okay, you wake up, you think something, and then you're like, all right, let's go do this. I'm going to wake up today. I'm going to have some coffee. I'm going to, you know, journal. I'm going to go to that awesome meeting. I'm going to go shop. I'm going to go, you know, do all these things. You know, your energy, that's that fire, that's that passion, that's the motivation. And then you have cups, which is your emotions, right? How do you feel about it? I'm like, oh, I love, you know, my coffee with sugar and just a little sweetener, or I love my tea, you know, plain and slow and from a kettle, or I want fresh juice, or I want a big ass breakfast, you know, whatever it is you want. You get excited. It makes you feel good, makes you feel nourished, makes you feel yummy. You know, what are you wearing today? I'm going to wear, you know, my polka dot underwear and my striped socks and my plaid pants and my, you know, bright blue shirt, whatever. It just makes you feel your feelings, right? And then you have the pentacles, the body. You're going to bring all of that into the body, because without the body, we literally would not exist. Okay. And I believe this talks about the body. Where was that? I read it somewhere here. Anyway, So that's what's activating for you. You know, you're in this time of discovery, but you're discovering that all that you need already exists within you. And if you don't have it, you have the ability to go either learn it or get it kindly, nicely, you know, without hurting the earth or other people. So what is the expansion that's happening for you right now? What is this expansion? Two of feathers. Okay, yeah. So the expansion is decisions, right? Are you going to choose to stay in that old mindset that doesn't allow you to expand? You know, Saturn is here for expansion. Or are you going to choose to stay behind in that old life, in that old cycle that isn't serving you, that keeps you stuck, that keeps you wounded, that keeps you just rotting within your consciousness? Or are you going to choose a life that is more harmonious and in alignment with you, right? So that's what's happening. The expansion is really your choice. That's what the card is saying. It's like, and that really ties back into the one, because the gift of being in the human experience is the gift of free will. Okay, nothing ever happens without your consent or your choice. Even if that consent is at an unconscious level, everything is always happening within your consent. Okay, so let's look at how do we integrate, okay? How do we integrate this activation, okay, within the mind, heart, and body? Mind, oh, see, another two of crystals, two of pentacles, another card of decisions and choices. Heart, uh-huh, Page of Cups, and body. Okay, Emperor. Okay, so how to integrate this this aha moment, this like, oh my gosh, I have all that I need within me and it's time for me to explore and be curious. So in the mind, again, mirroring this is two of feathers. Okay, what is the expansion happening? Two of feathers. Feathers is wands, wands is mind, making decisions. What is showing up in the mind? Two of crystals. Crystals is the physical, the pentacle, right? So it's like in the mind, you have these twos. You have to make a decision. In order for change to happen, I mean, change is going to happen anyway, whether you want it to or not, okay? But for change to happen in accordance with your highest and best good, you have to choose to step into that. Now, if you're looking, okay, this is triggering something. So I just had an old client reach back out to me, and they're at a point of making decisions with where they want to go. And the question that they shared with me was, I have an opportunity to go to this place that's familiar and comforting and safe, or to go this other route where it's not really comfortable, where I don't really know, you know, a lot of people there. And it's going to be a lot more challenging. Basically, the question is, do I go where it's safe and comfortable, or do I go where it challenges me, but I know it'll be good for me? There's no good or wrong answer, okay? The nature and the law of nature does not recognize good or bad. It's just balance, okay? Growth happens when you go into the discomfort. If it doesn't frighten you, if it doesn't challenge you, if it doesn't terrify the living holy hell out of you, then you're still comfortable. You're still playing it safe. So lean into, my suggestion and advice with all of this is to lean into the discomfort, to make the changes and choices that are difficult, that challenge you, that terrify you, that frighten you. Because again, fear is courage making itself known. So it's about recognizing, again, the mental energy is about recognizing that ultimately your every single choice is what supports or takes away balance, peace, and harmony in your life. And, you know, the first few stages could be scary and could be difficult. And that's okay. That's where that compassion comes in. It's like, all right, little me, we're scared, we don't know what's going to happen, you know, maybe I'm leaving this job, maybe I'm letting go of this habit, you know, addressing addictions, addressing fears, addressing codependencies, you know, we're used to a certain way of being. But after we get through that hurdle, what else is possible, right? And then in the heart is the Page of Cups, which is fantastic. Okay, because your heart is basically where you ought to be making decisions from. See what I did there? I didn't say should, ought, right? Because the heart is where we feel, okay? We are literally energy beings. Emotion is energy in motion. We are energy beings. And I talk about this often, but I'll share with you again, the heart is a muscle that picks up on energy signals, okay? And you can measure the energy signals that the heart is picking up on a machine called an EKG, right? And so you have this high peak and this low peak, and then this high peak and this low peak, and so on and so forth, right? Now, this high peak is a measure of your physical health that the doctors can look at and be like, hey, you're doing great, or maybe there needs to be some adjustments to your life. But this part right here, okay, this part right here is a signature of emotion that is the same across all people, right? This part right here is different based on the person and their health. But this part right here is the same across all beings. So what does that mean? So it means that this is a signature of emotion. So the signature for fear, for courage, for desire, for disgust, for envy, that emotion has a very specific signature that is the same across all beings. So the heart will, you will either feel that from within you, or you'll pick it up from your environment. You're feeling an emotion, and then that energy is going to go up to your brain, and then your brain is going to translate, because that's what the brain is. The brain is a translator. It's a computer, okay? And it's going to translate that energy based on your experiences and your conditioning. So for example, going back to what I said earlier about for example, if you are male bodied and you have heavy feminine energy, or you're just in tune with the feminine energy, you're very intuitive, you're very nurturing, shall we say, okay? But you were raised with the idea of, oh, it's not safe for me to express my feelings. So then you see a beautiful flower, and it just makes you feel just like so excited and inspired, and you just want to stop and smell that beautiful flower. But then the mind and your that's what your heart's telling you. It's like, yo, just stop and smell this awesome beautiful flower. And you might be out alone, you might be out with the guys, it doesn't matter. But then your mind is like, oh, you can't do that, because if you go smell that flower, you're gonna be a sissy boy, and then you don't let yourself go experience that beautiful flower, because your mind is feeding you a story that isn't real. So the challenge, okay, and we're going to look at the challenge next, but the practice, okay, the practice for you is to lean more into what your heart is guiding you to do at this time, okay? Again, we have a page of cups here, we have the page of acorns here. Acorns is fire, right? So it's like you are being guided, okay, to lean into, okay, to trust your intuition and go into what lights you up, okay? If you want to smell that flower, if you want to buy the fuzzy socks, if you want to buy a drill power tool, whatever, it doesn't matter. If your heart is like, you know what, this is going to bring me joy, it's going to make me like have a new hobby, have a new career, have a new mindset, whatever it is, if you're a feminine body, but you were told your whole life, oh, girls can't, work on cars and do man things, or, oh, you're just a girl, you can't use power tools. And I mean, I'm using very generic sexist examples here to kind of like show you the extremes, but this could play out in many different ways, okay? I personally love using power tools, but I've always been very much, even though I'm feminine bodied, I've always been very much my masculine energy. And my practice has been stepping more into my feminine energy and letting somebody else use the power tools. I mean, I'll still use the power tools every once in a while, but the point is that you're being guided. Your heart is saying, yes, go smell that flower. Yes, go do that thing that scares you, that frightens you, and have compassion for yourself through that, because this is simply, taking you up okay, taking you through a journey where it feels cold and desolate and dark, but you're coming out of this darkness right here and you're going to the top of the mountain. And there's going to be a journey, but Archangel Azrael is here to help you through this change, through this change where you're not so heavily reliant on the mind and stuck in that indecision, but you're really choosing to honor your intuition, honor that quiet inner voice. And then let's look at the body. We have the number 4, Emperor. And I was talking about the number 4 that came out here, the structure and stability. 4 is the Emperor card. So in your physical body, I'm seeing that you're going to be making decisions and choices that are going to bring more stability into your life. The 4 is about the authority, the emperor, the ruler. It's about you really stepping into your power and saying, this is my body, this is my mind, this is my heart, this is my home, and I'm going to paint my home pink, and I'm going to have black pillows, and I'm going to put sparkle stars on the ceiling. And it doesn't matter where people think I'm crazy or they laugh at me, because I am in a point of discovering and exploring my passions, my desires, what lights me up. I'm choosing me, okay? This reading for you, group 1, is really about choosing you. Now let's look at the potential challenge, okay? I mean, we've already kind of looked at the potential challenge, which is, making decisions. So let's get a little deeper on what potential challenge may arise for you through this Jupiter conjunct North Node sextile Saturn. Look at that, 0. Taking that leap of faith. Okay. Y'all are watching me pull these cards and talk to you. Stream of consciousness is coming through right now. The challenge is stepping into the new beginning. What is change? What is death? Death is the change from one form to another. It's like you are literally going through a deep subconscious cellular life-changing time. This is life-changing energy for you, and it's going to affect you, for the next 12 years and the rest of your life potentially, because Taurus energy is earth. Earth is about your roots. It's like you are literally I wouldn't be surprised, group 1, if the last month and a half has been extra difficult for you with the Pluto energies and the lunar eclipse and all of that, which I won't even dive into here because then I'll be talking for another hour. But this is your challenge. The challenge is 0. 0 is like the unknown, the void. It's the mystery. It's the grand mystery. What is awaiting for you? Nobody knows, not even you. But you know what? That's what makes this journey so exciting. Okay, that's what that's what makes it so terrifying at the same time. Okay, it's like you're learning how to walk again, you're learning how to think again, you're learning how to feel again, and you are going to be the one that guides you through it. Okay, be the mother that you may never have had, be the father that you may never have had. Lean on Archangel Azrael, lean on the Mother Earth, because this card was talking about all the knowledge that you seek is within you, reflected in Mother Earth. Okay, that's the challenge, accepting that you have the power and the ability and the strength and the courage and the tools and everything needed to just start a new life, basically. Okay, so what is the highest outcome from all of this? What is the highest outcome? Now, when I was writing down my notes, what came through was the highest outcome within 12 years, but that could feel like a really long time, and time is subject to change. Okay, so we're just going to say 12 months. Okay, but take 12 months, 12 years, with a grain of salt. But let's at least bring the focus of what is the highest outcome within the next 12 months. Okay, and it could go up to 12 years. Knight of Cups. Okay, so Page of Cups is about that spark of, ooh, I want to do this and I want to do that. And like, really, it's just like an internal energy. But the Knight is about that external energy. So basically, the Knight of Cups is about being very free-spirited, loving, compassionate, giving, nurturing, just very charming, just very passionate, just very inspired with life. And that's really the change that you're experiencing. The change that you're experiencing is you are stepping away from being so masculine minded, from being so rigid, from being so in the box, in this myopic, tiny, self-limiting uh prison, okay, is the word that comes to mind, to being more free, to being more open. But that's going to require a death of the ego more than once. It's going to require you to rewrite your mental thoughts. It's going to require you to learn how to be in touch with your heart, with your intuitions, how to take action from that, right? And as these internal changes are happening, you're going to see those external changes in your home, in your environment, with your friends, with your family, with your community. People and situations and things may fall away. Let it. That is part of this process, okay? And I understand that, when things that are familiar and comfortable start dissolving, we want to hold on to it. Hey, you're my friend for 12 years. Where are you going? Well, everything has a season, right? Everything has a season, a reason, or a lifetime. And it looks like a lot of things have reached their season in your life and their end, because death is here and the zero is here, okay? And ultimately, you're going to have to choose, okay? Am I going to go for it, or am I just going to, resist it and make this a lot harder for myself? So now that we know the highest outcome within this next 12 months is, you really exuding such joy and compassion and love for yourself, because everything starts within, as within, so without. You don't have to focus on the external, you just focus on the internal and let the cards fall where they may. So let's look at how to best focus your energy to tap into that, right? Bringing all this together, how do you focus your energy so that you can really, really start embodying this charming, carefree, but not carefree in a naive sense, carefree in a, I trust and love myself, I trust and love life, and I know that life is working with and for me, and we are a team of co-creation energy, okay? So what do you focus your energy on this time? Number 3, the Empress. Okay, nurturing your feminine energy. Okay, being more loving with yourself, being more kind with your thoughts, being kind. The Empress is similar to this Advocate energy, because the Empress is about nurturing, being loving, being compassionate. Look, we have the 4 in the body, and the 3 is, your guidance. This is basically your guidance right now in order to stabilize the external. You have to stabilize the internal. Okay, again, this really summarizes, what this card was saying, that you have both masculine and feminine energies. And I was talking about earlier how there's such a highlight on the wounded masculine energy here. And how do you heal the wounded masculine? You heal it with the divine feminine energy. And the divine feminine energy is understanding. She's compassionate. She listens. She'll hold your hand. If you get a splinter, she's not going to be mean to you and say, hey, look what happened. She'll go and get tweezers and, perhaps warm up the skin, maybe soak your foot in a little bath, and make sure the skin's nice and soft before getting that splinter out. Maybe put a poultice on it, give it some little kisses, set you up on the couch, get you some soup, bake you some cookies, So that's what that feminine energy is about. It's really about tapping into what you have in your immediate now and choosing to be grateful for that and amplifying what you have by using it. Okay. So what is the gift? Final message. What is the gift? With all of this, what is the gift? I mean, obviously the gift is a more compassionate and loving and empowered you. Yes, thank you. But let's get tarot. What is the gift of this alignment for you? The gift that is here now for you? because this is, the outcome that comes from this journey. But we want, well, what's the reward now? Well, what's the point? What's the point of going into this dark, difficult, cold ass journey? All right, let's look here. Four of Cups, soul searching, reevaluation. Okay. So the gift of all of this is that you have been on this journey for a while now. And I did mention a few moments ago how, especially for you, group one, this past month and a half could have been extremely difficult. You know what? In fact, I'm feeling like even up to the last 3 years, 1 to 3 years has just been really difficult. It's like you've just kind of been in this, the word depressed comes to mind, but that's not even the right word. It's not even depressed. It's more of like dissatisfied. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, so it's like you've been in this dissatisfied state of mind, discontent, kind of like going through the motions, get up, rinse, wash, brush, eat, work, shit, sleep, repeat. You've just kind of been going through the grind for a while. And so the gift of this alignment is that you are being kicked out of this grind. Okay. It's like, all right, you've been in this complacency for a while, and the universe, Big Daddy Jupiter and Mama Saturn is coming in and be like, all right, child, you know what? We've been in this energy for a hot minute. You've been, trying to figure out how to get out of this, blasé way of existence. And the time is now. Your new beginning is here. Let's get one more for the gift of this alignment, please, because I'm feeling called to it. Okay, I guess both of these cards came out. Look at this. 10 and 21. What did I just say? You are at the end of the cycle. What happens after a 10? What happens after a 21? You go back to 0. What's a 10? A 10 is change. A 10 is change. What is change? Change is death. Okay. So that's really the gift of this. The gift of all of this is that you are finally exiting that dark hole, that dark place that you've been in for quite some time, really just kind of trying to figure out, like, what makes me happy? What the hell is the point? Why am I doing this? Why do I exist? What is the point of being? Let me tell you something. The point of this human experience is to love and to be loved. And that's what you're finally ending this cycle of stagnation, despondency, darkness, depression, discontentment, whatever word you need to fit in there that applies to you. But that's what's ending. Okay, that's the gift. You're done. Completion. 21. The world. Basta. Finito. El fin. No más. Okay, because the wheel is here. The wheel, 21 and 10 are two major arcana cards. This flipped over in the deck while I was shuffling, and this is the card that called to come out. That's why I pulled both of these out. So this is the gift. This is the gift of this, okay? And remember, above all, be compassionate with yourself. I'm really hearing Archangel Azrael, coming through me and wanting to reinforce for you, please be gentle with yourself at this time, okay? Over the next few months, or however long this journey takes you, weeks, months, years, it doesn't matter, because ultimately this is your journey, okay? And only you get to decide the pace and the process. But know that if you, don't make those decisions and you just sit around, then the universe is going to step in and take action, because life does not tolerate stagnation. If you take a moment and sit outside and look at nature, everything is constantly moving. Everything's constantly changing. Even if you don't see it, there is constant movement. There's constant change happening, because when change isn't happening, that is when you are in this dark place. Okay. That is when in the void. Okay. The void is the place of nothingness. It is where everything is, but it is also the place of nothingness. And you're coming out of this place of nothingness, of meaninglessness, of, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here anymore, ness, okay, to, oh my gosh, there's a new adventure and I'm a little scared and I don't know what to do. But you know what? I'm going to choose compassion. I'm going to make this empowered choice for myself. I'm going to focus on really, stabilizing who I am in mind, heart, body. Oh, look at this. 4 and 3. 4 and 3. That just pinged for me. 4 and 3. 4 and 3. Okay. So, wow. Group 1, this is so exciting. Don't fear the Reaper. Okay. That just came through. Don't fear the Reaper. It's going to be okay. You got this. You got this. Okay, this has been an amazing reading. I am so excited for you, Group 1. It's okay to be scared. All of you is valid. All of you is safe. All of you is loved. You have the strength within you to look, strength. I just felt called to look at the bottom of the deck, strength. Okay, you have that strength within you to act upon your will, okay? To act upon your will, to make those choices, to follow your heart. Be sure to be kind to yourself at this time, extra nurturing, extra gentle, and know that ultimately where you are going is into a life that is just more loving and heart-centered. Isn't that amazing? Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you so much, Group 1. This has been a pleasure reading for you. So I'm going to close this up now and move over to our next group. Hi, Group 2. Thank you so much for being here. It is a blessing to have you here. So, Group 1 was a very powerful reading. And I'm so excited to uncover what's in store for you, Pile 2. So, I have cleared and reset the table. So let's look at this first card, okay? And I'll just set this right here. This is for those who have chosen Group 2. Now let's look at the angel that's here with you. The angel that's here with you is Archangel Raziel, angel of mysteries. Oh, okay. Group 2, it's a mystery. Woo. Okay. And your energy for this says number 24, force, north. Okay, so I'm getting a strong sense that your ancestors are with you at this time. North is the element of earth. It is memory. It is the physical. It is the material. It is also winter. Force lives in your will and comes from your intent. Life is a process of pulling back your bow, aiming your arrow, choosing a target, and shooting. Okay, what are we shooting at? It's a big mystery. The degree and quality of the force with which you choose your target and shoot determine your power and success. Now, force is built through your integrity of purpose, your physical tuning, and your balance of spirit and mind. Okay. By naming your act of power, you create force. Follow your innermost passions in life. Empower your will and your strength of force by manifesting your secret dreams. Ooh, secret, mystery, secret. Okay. And damsel, okay, your higher self that's here to support you is damsel. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. Okay. All right. So, let's see. So intuitively, what I'm getting for you, Group 2, is this is a time of great unknown for you. Basically, it is a time where you're being asked to really tap into your own willpower, okay? And to choose the direction that you're going into. Let's look at what this little guidebook has to say about Archangel Raziel. Okay. Archangel Raziel is the angel of mysteries. He is the keeper and the seeker of truth. Okay, so it's like the truth is awakening within you. Okay, there are some things in life we simply cannot know, and this is the precious narrative of life. We can know the parts of the play, but not the story's end. Okay. Secrets and hidden endings keep the performance alight and dancing through the universe. One breath is all it takes to turn the pages. Exhale. Okay. So what I'm getting for you, group 2, is we need you to focus on being more connected to the present moment. Okay. It's like you have this grand vision for yourself and your life. And it's almost like there's pieces of you that you don't allow to come out because of this perception and this belief within you that you need something outside of you to give you the green light, to help you along the journey, to, do certain things. And that may be true up to a certain point, but ultimately, if you are not, allowing yourself to, flow with the mystery of life because you are stuck in this idea that you need something outside of you to validate your forward movement, or you need to know how things are going to turn out before you make decisions, well, that kind of takes away from the mystery. Okay. So you're being asked to really tap into your ancestral memory. You're being asked to, tap into your roots. You're being asked to really focus on what you have in the here now, and to really tap into your resources that you already have within your mind, within your body, within your heart, and your home, to continue expanding that dream and that desire that you are literally withholding yourself from having for, reasons that may or may not be true. It is time to let go and stop being a damsel in distress. Okay. Because what is the shadow attribute? Waiting for a knight to provide for you. Seduction by romantic illusion. Okay. It is time to stop being a damsel in distress. It's time to stop. It's time to get out of victim mindset. Okay. Because that's what the damsel in distress is. It's about victim mindset. It's about codependency. It's about, oh, I can't because he, she, they, them, whatever. Okay. It's time to get out of that man's mindset and realize that you are the force. You are literally the force. Okay. Okay, let's look at tarot. So, what does this Jupiter conjunct North Node sextile Saturn mean for you, group 2? I'm feeling a lot of energy right now in my solar sacral right here, this area right here. So the root is, right at the end of the tailbone. I'm kind of like holding myself right here. Okay. So the root chakra is right here. And then like right here is the sacral solar plexus. So I'm like feeling this tension right here as I'm shuffling these cards for you. So it's like, and there's this orange yellow here as well. So I'm getting that for you, group 2, there might be some wounds around your confidence. There might be some self-esteem issues that, stem from childhood or past lives or both, that just really need to be addressed. Okay. Compassionately and lovingly. Listening to confidence affirmations would be really good at this time. Wearing orange, yellow colors, eating orange, yellow foods while listening to those affirmations, really internally and externally bringing greater awareness into confidence. I'm also realizing here that there's yellow and orange here in the background with Archangel Raziel, excuse me. My throat, my throat is feeling a little blocked, right? So it's like you have, you have this fire that's burning within you, but it's like stuck in there. Okay. So doing movement is going to be really supportive with you, even if it's just like, standing and just doing a little shaking, just, a little wiggling, a little rolling around, do a little twerking, twerking is really great for activating the energy in the solar plexus and sacral. Okay. So you can just like lean on a chair and just, if you're not a twerker, you can just shake your booty, 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 booty. Okay. But movement is going to be really good for shaking up that will, that fire within you, because it's just like burning up in there. It's like choking you from the inside. Okay. But what happens with fire that's built up? It becomes lava, it becomes magma, and then it erupts, and then it fucking sets everything on fire. Okay. And we don't want that. So let's look at what is this Jupiter conjunct? I'm like out of breath. Y'all really need to do some breathing. Let's take some breaths together, okay? Let's take a big inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Yeah, better. Okay. Wow. Okay. You all really need to do some breathing. Okay. This card was saying somewhere it said exhale, I think in the book, but a lot of exhale. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Okay. Do that, 5 breaths of that, 2 or 3 times a day, and that'll just really help stoke and release some of that energy. Okay. Okay. Give me a moment here. Yeah, there's like so much fire that's built up in you. I gotta get another ice cube in my juice. Oh, wow. All right, group 2. Let's look at the tarot. What does this Jupiter conjunct North Node sextile Saturn mean for you? Overall energy. King of Cups. Okay. Yes. Beautiful. I love it. So it's like you are coming, this energy means that you are coming into harmony within yourself. Amazing. Love it. Okay. So what is being activated for you at this time? Ace of Feathers, mental clarity. Okay. Yes. And what is the expansion happening here? 8 of Crystals, dedication and progress. Okay. All right. So you are entering this time where you are really coming into alignment and harmony within your mind, heart, body. It's like everything up until now has been really good, but you haven't really felt connected within yourself with all of these pieces. And it's like all of these pieces of you are finally coalescing. Okay. It's like everything is finally unifying. Why? Because your mind, Ace of Feathers, 1 of mind, is being activated. It's like all of a sudden, this aha moment is coming in. And that's really what that solar plexus sacral energy is about. Okay. It's about that aha, that fire, that ignition. What happens when you light a match? Okay. You light a match. Okay. I don't even know where these matches came from, if I'm being honest. You light a match and there's that spark. That's what's happening for you right now. It's like you are literally being sparked back to life. And so that is going to help you make progress with bringing you into harmony, because 8 of Crystals, 8 of Pentacles is about doing the work. It's like you've been doing the work, you've been collecting the pieces, you've been creating the pieces. You've been working on your mind, working on your heart, working on your home. You've just been doing all these things, not really knowing, like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just doing something. Okay. But now you are being given, because you have just been so focused. Okay. You're just like going for it. Okay. I'm seeing these horses in the water, right? Walking. I mean, I'm sure they're not in the water, but the point is like they're crossing, you've been like crossing this like water, this subconscious, this unknown, this uncertainty, this, I don't know what I'm doing. It's all been a big ass mystery for me. And I just know that I've been following my heart. I've been doing what I need to do, but there's still it's 8, it's not a 10. Okay, but there's still these 2 pieces. There's still that 2 there that hasn't taken you to a completion of a 10, because you need to just stop waiting for something outside of you to tell you to go for it. And that's what that realization is. That's what's being activated for you at this time, is you're like, wait a minute, got it. Like I know exactly what I need to do. King of Cups, harmony. Okay, it's like you are being, it's like the angel of mystery is coming to help you realize that the great mystery is already clear to you. within your heart. And that is going to give you the clarity that you need to keep going. Okay? So let's look at how to integrate in mind, heart, body. Wow, that tightness in my solar sacral plexus, y'all. Damn, okay? You really need to listen to some affirmations, listen to some tones. Power of You is a great channel. Love Motivos is another one. I'm just sharing what I've been listening to over the years and what really helps me. Steve Nobel has some really great affirmations and meditations for healing worth and esteem. What else? Okay, so let's look at how to integrate in mind, heart, body. Mind, 6 of feathers, 6 of wands, transition, moving on, moving away from old thoughts, old patterns, old habits. You know, it's like, it's literally the card of change and insight, not like a massive change like the Wheel of Fortune or even death or even the World card, but more of a very subtle shift. It's like that one thought that changes everything. One thought, one singular thought has the power to change or destroy worlds. Let's look at the heart. Queen of Acorns. Ah, I love it. Queen of Fire. Yes, that's what I was saying. It's like your heart, you know, I was telling you, I was feeling that fire. It's like burning within you. And it's just like, it's gone to the point where it hurts. It's uncomfortable. It's making me think of this quote that I read once, and I'm sure, you know, you may have seen it on social media or somewhere. And then one day the desire to bloom was more painful than to remain in the bud. Something like that. Forgive me if I'm butchering it. But that's basically that energy that I'm feeling. It's like, it hurts so much. Like you cannot contain it anymore because it is literally eating you up on the inside like fucking acid, okay? It's like tearing you up. You can't sleep. You can't think about anything else. You're just like, oh, just let it out. And that's what that heart is like. The heart is like going through this, like, okay, you know what? Eruption of your passion, of your dreams, of your force, of your will, you know, that fire that has been building there for a while. It's finally just like shooting through your heart. And that's what the Queen of Acorns, Queen of Fire, Queen of Swords is all about. It's about coming alive with all of your passion and creativity and desire and saying, you know what? It's time, King of Cups. It's time to just stop being a victim and stop waiting around for whatever it is that I'm waiting for and realize that I just need to just keep going. I need to change this particular thought that says I am unworthy, I am undeserving, people are going to think I'm cray cray, whatever that thought is, and just trust in my passionate desire. I have a practice for you all that might really support with this. And I've shared this with many of my clients over the years. So this is a writing exercise, and I feel like this is going to be especially helpful for you right now with the mind, you know, the activation happening in your mind, is get 2 journals. And I say writing over texting because when you write, it's a very different way that your brain processes over when you talk or type, okay? There's literal science behind it. If you want to research it, go for it. But you get 2 journals, okay? You have journal A, journal B. Journal A is your poison dump, okay? The poison dump is where you just start dumping all of those low frequency, self, you know, destructive, defeating, poisonous thoughts that run through your mind that you've picked up from social media, from your environment, from your peers, from your family. Doesn't matter where it came from. You just dump. It's called the poison dump for a reason. You dump, you free flow, you don't edit, you don't filter, you just get that shit out, okay? Anytime, anywhere, get it out, okay? You're literally, this is the toilet for your brain, okay? The toilet for your brain is the poison dump. And then the other one is your empowerment diary, or ED, I like to call it. I know, there could be jokes around it. But the empowerment diary is going to be your devotional practice every single day. You got to be real consistent with this, okay? Because literally you are training the muscle of your mind, okay? It's like going to the gym and training the muscles of your body, okay? You could miss a day or two and it'll be okay, but if you're not consistent, you're not really going to see effective change. So the empowerment diary, you write 1 to 3 empowering statements. I am worthy. I am capable. I am deserving. I am powerful. I am wise. I am strong. These are just some examples. You could write the same sentence 3 times, or you could write 3 different examples. Or you could look at something from the poison diary, okay, if you're brave and if it won't suck you into the void, and look at something there that, for example, in the poison diary, you wrote, I'm a piece of shit who doesn't know what to do with life. That's an example. But in the empowerment diary, you write, I am a precious gift. Okay, simple. I am a precious gift. I am a precious gift. Okay. You could rewrite something from the poison diary into an empowering way, or you could just say, you know what? I'm not even going to look at that trash shit because it fucking smells. There's diarrhea and worms and God knows what's in there. I'm just going to, listen to some affirmations or just choose words that I want to think and speak of myself about. Okay. And then when you fill the poison diary, you burn it and you bury it in the ground with loving gratitude, blessed by. And then you fill another and you keep going until all of the poison is out of your head. I did this practice for almost 7 years. Okay. So I know it works when you are consistent with it. And your empowerment diary, that could be what you look at every day. You could even write it on sticky notes and put it around your house, but really focus on that empowerment diary. And that's really going to help you with strengthening the foundation of a clear, strong, healthy mind, okay? And help you really transition away, 6 of feathers, moving away from mental patterns that don't allow you to really feel that passionate fire. Wow, incredible. You are so deserving of all of your dreams, beloved one, okay? And for anyone who has ever told you otherwise, recognize that perhaps they weren't supported with their dreams. It's time to release the judgments. It's time to release the shame. It's time to release the blame and the guilt and the whatevers, the obligations, the distorted obligations that don't serve, and tap into what you want, because only, not to use the word YOLO, but you only live once, okay? Even if you reincarnate, you're not going to get this life again. So this conjunction is really here to help you be in that alignment where you are just in harmony with yourself and your life, and you are inspired and excited to be alive and to be a part of this beautiful human experience with all of its ups and downs. Okay, so let's look at the body, how to integrate in the body. Page of acorns. Okay, page of acorns. So discovering, exploring. Okay, acorns. Okay, so it's like you do the work with the mind, and then that will unclog you. Okay, it's like you have this little shit that's built up in your consciousness. Okay, you just kind of like been stuck in your mind for a while. I'm kind of surprised 8 of Swords didn't come out. And the way to really step into this is to just play and be creative, right? Sculpt, paint, bake, garden, sew, hum, stretch, quack like a duck and do the Macarena, whatever you need to do. Just start playing with the different ideas that you have. Okay, it's almost like I'm also getting the sense of you've been so focused on a certain outcome or the destination that you've kind of forgotten that life is about the journey. The destination's nice, but if you're not in the moment appreciating the journey, you can get stuck. You can get stuck in what you don't have. When the truth is you already have everything that you need and could possibly want and more in the now. Yes, arguably there's always room for growth. There's always room for more. And how awesome it is that life is so abundant, that there's always room for more, but recognize that the definition of desire is that it can never be fulfilled. Because once desire is fulfilled, it becomes contentment. And then you have more desire, and that's okay. It's okay to have desire. It's okay to be fulfilled in the moment and then to want that again. That's okay. That's the whole point of journeying this life, is to experience desire and to grow desire and to have more and to want more, but not to get attached to the having and the wanting, that you don't realize or appreciate what you do have in the now. Okay. So what is the potential challenge with this energy, with this alignment? Okay, 10 of acorns in the reverse. Okay, acorns, 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 fire. So much fire energy. Okay, look, freaking sun just came in onto the cards. Okay, 10 of acorns. 10 is ending. Okay, 10 of acorns is about ending the cycle where you are just feeling burdened and overwhelmed. Okay, and it's in the reverse. So it's like you're having a really hard time letting go of obligations and responsibilities and all of these other things that are great, but they've served their purpose, they've served their end, and it's time for you to move on and explore more. Okay, so what is the highest outcome within the next 12 months to 12 years? Because the Jupiter and Taurus energy conjunct North Node is a cycle of 12 years. So let's look at the highest outcome within the next 12 months. Could potentially go up to 12 years. Nine of feathers, self-empowerment, having a different perspective in life. And that's basically what this card is about. The damsel is about being self-empowered, recognizing that all it takes is a shift of perspective to realize that you are not alone, that you are worthy, that you are capable, that you are powerful, that you're as bright as the sun that's on the cards right now. Hopefully you can still see this. I'll stand right here. Okay. And so let's look at what to focus your energy on in this here now to get to that. Yeah. 7 of acorns, determination of salmon. Look at all of this fire. Acorn, 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 acorn. So much fire. Okay. So what to focus on? Look at how many options and choices you do have. Okay. 7 of fire is about options and choices and just, so much possibility. So you're being asked to look at what are the options and choices you have right now, and how can you see them in a way that actually supports you? How, instead of looking at what you don't have and how to get that, look at what you do have and how to use that. And the final message for you is, what is the gift of this alignment? Okay, what is the gift that's here for you now? Page of crystals. Okay, crystals is earth energy. I talked about earth. Oh, there it is. 8 of crystals. Okay, 8 of crystals. Okay, so I am running out of steam, y'all. Wow, I have just been doing, like, while I've been doing this reading, I have developed myself enough where I can do, simultaneously be here and also in a different dimension. So while I've been doing this reading for you, I've also been working on your energy field. I'm going to need to take a break after your reading before I do pile 3, because there's some deep, like, decluttering of wounds and just self-limiting beliefs in your solar sacral plexus that has just, like, really crushed you. I wouldn't. Okay, so this might be a specific message for some of you, but some of you have experienced, like, deep heartache and loss in the sense of betrayal. Okay, it's like, and this is a very specific message that I'm getting for some, or a couple of you, but It's like you have experienced a deep sense of betrayal, um, in terms of your dreams and your passions. It's like you shared it with somebody some time ago, either in this lifetime or a past lifetime, and they didn't, they it's like they, what's coming to mind is like they stole your dream, but that's not really true, because nobody can, no, but what's meant for you is always there for you. Okay, whether it's in this lifetime or another lifetime, it doesn't matter. What's yours is always yours. Okay, but whatever experience happened, it really crushed you. Like it really hit you in the heart, it hit you in your soul. Like it was like, I loved you, and how could you fucking do this to me? Okay, so you're being asked to just, get back into the body. Okay, 8 of crystals, get back into the body, get back into your routines, your structures, your rhythms, get back into your flow. Okay, that's the message that's coming through. Get back into your flow. Okay, now I'm feeling a lightening of this energy now. Yeah, get back into your flow, get back into your rhythms. Okay, because the gift of this alignment is Page of Crystals. It's about your ideas, it's about your discipline. Page of Pentacles. Okay, it's about putting out into the physical world your wow. Let's get a little clearing here for y'all. Okay, I'm really feeling this. I'm really feeling this for you. Whatever heartache and loss and disappointment that you experience, it hit you deep. Okay, so let's clear this energy. I don't have my feather fan here, but that's okay. Let's clear this energy for you, beloved one. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, inhale in and exhale. Good. Inhale in and exhale. Good. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Pile two, sometimes, no, not sometimes. Whenever we get into a relationship, nobody gets into a relationship thinking, oh, in X amount of time, shit's gonna hit the fan. This person's gonna, break my heart, betray me, stab me in the back, and take, what precious gifts and secrets I shared with them. Nobody enters a relationship like that. So it's time to stop beating yourself up. Okay, it's time to let go of, I should have known better. I should have walked away sooner. Why did I do this? Why did I do that? You know what? Let it go. It's time to let it go and get back into your own discipline. Get back into your own flow. Get back into your own structure. Let's get one more card here for the gift of this alignment. And this Jupiter conjunct North Node is about your life purpose. Okay, which is why this is such a big deal, especially for you, group 2, because it's like this is your breaking point. This is where you finally get pushed out of the womb, but you have to push yourself out of the womb. It's like you are both the mother and the child in this process. Okay, one final card for the gift of this alignment, please, Spirit. 7 of feathers. Look, another 7. Okay. 7 is about movement into a higher state of mind, a brighter way of living, a more aligned, heart-centered way of existing. So there's 2 7s up here, 7 of mind and 7 of fire. And in the middle is the Page of Crystals. Okay. So it's like you are coming back into yourself. And you are being asked, 7 is about movement, and there's all of these horses here moving. And it's like you are being asked to just do it, to just continue trusting in the mystery, to know that this archangel has always had your back and you've never been alone through this process. Okay, it is time for you, sweet one, to just continue going forward. Okay, it's time for you to let go of these burdens, let go of this guilt, this shame, this responsibility, this distorted obligation to people who have not fully loved you and supported you. You know, one of my favorite sayings is, go where you are loved, respected, appreciated, encouraged, and supported, not tolerated and dismissed or belittled. Why would you want that for yourself? Okay. Treat yourself like the precious gift you are. Write this down in your empowerment journal. I am a precious gift. My dreams are valuable. I feel inspired by life. I am worthy and capable of all my dreams. I feel excited about the journey that I am on. I am resourceful. Okay. Seven of Wands is about looking at the steps. Okay, you know, it's about looking at how far you've come and appreciating the journey that you've been on. There we go. Lightning of the energy. Yes, more appreciation for you. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You know, I think Wim Hof does some of those fast breathing. I've been meaning to record breathing exercises for you all, and I will be doing that over the next few weeks to few months. So keep a lookout for that. But in the meantime, you know, Wim Hof does wonderful breathing exercises, and I'm sure there are other YouTubers. I just don't know what they are. I only know of Wim Hof because, you know, I've heard of him through passing, but I have my own breathing exercises that I've been cultivating for years. But breathing is going to be really good for you, you know, playing, exploring, tapping into that inner child. Doing some inner child healing will be really good for you. Not necessarily, it could be supportive, but really working on that confidence right now, on that esteem, on the sense of worthiness. That's going to be really, really supportive for you at this time, beloved one. Okay, for you to really get back in harmony with your heart, because that's really the overall energy. This energy is inviting you to see that all is well. That's the summary message that Archangel Raziel wants to share with you. You know what, beloved sweet one? All is well. Your dreams are protected. Those low-life mofos, wounded beings who could not see your value because they were coming from a place of hurt and woundedness and whatever, let it go. It's time to let it go. Okay. You've been struggling with letting it go. It's time to let it go. Okay. Let it go. See that you are enough, you are worthy, you are capable, you are the freaking force. Okay. Tap into your roots, connect with your ancestors. That's going to be really supportive for you at this time. And just focus on centering back into your life again, and know that, you know, at the end of this journey, what is going to manifest for you is bottom of the deck, you know, your prosperity, your stability. Crystals, you know, crystals comes up, bottom of the deck, page of crystals, you know, getting disciplined now. And then ultimately you're going to come back into this place where you feel really in your full power again. And the feelings that you've been going through, you know, a lot of those aren't even yours. There are things that you have picked up from the people around you, from the movies, the music, whatever you've been, you know, choosing to engage with. It's time to choose a different environment, an environment that nourishes you, that supports you, that it lifts you, that inspires you, that encourages you, that's gentle and tender with you. You know, if you need to see a counselor to work through the grief and the worthiness, you know, it's okay. It's okay to ask for help. Okay. So, whew, wow. Okay. I'm feeling guided to pull a card from my deck. This is a deck that I created. It's called the CPR deck. It's a small little emotional intelligence deck of cards that I made. Let's get one bonus message. I didn't do this for group one, but I'm really feeling this for you, group two. So this is what flew out. Surrender. Change is the only constant. It is my choice to flow or resist. Okay. You are going through an immense change at this time in your life. And what you are changing and going into is a much more harmonious, passionate, inspired way of being, where you're self-empowered. Okay. Your change is about your perspective about your situation, about your life, about your dreams and your goals. Okay, let's get one more, please. And gratitude. Okay. Thank me, thank you, thank all. Thank you, thank me, thank all. Thank you, thank me, thank all. You know, sometimes when we go through heartache and loss, it can be really difficult. And I speak from personal experience, you know, when we've gone through experiences where someone has really hurt us on a deep level, especially somebody that we've trusted and opened our heart to, it affects us deep in our esteem, deep in our trust, deep in our core. And it takes work. Okay, I get it. It takes work to even be at peace with it, let alone have gratitude for it. So if you're not in the gratitude yet, it's okay. If you can't be grateful for that shitty experience, that's okay. Can you be grateful for the fact that you came through it? Can you be grateful for the fact that you have such a passionate, powerful dream within you, that it's still there within you and it's being remembered now? It's like you're almost like it's like you're remembering yourself. That's what I'm getting. It's like you are remembering who you are. Okay, and that can feel a little scary and intimidating, but that is the turning point. That is this turning point. Okay, 7 of acorns, 7 of feathers, 7 of fire, 7 of wind, page of fire. Okay, it's about, okay, I remember who I am. It's time to, you know, get out of these, not my clothes. My clothes are actually clean. I showered today, but like it's time to get out of these, torn, ratty ass fucking rags, whatever. It's time to take a shower, comb my hair, brush my teeth, shave my face, wax, whatever you need to do. And it's time to just get dressed, look good, smell good, feel good, because your life is waiting for you and nobody is going to come rescue you. You have the support of the angels. You are the force. You are supported by the force of life. But ultimately, beloved one, you have to take that choice and make those steps to lean into the change away from this difficult place with your esteem that you've been in. Yeah, and the more I've been speaking, the more this energy has been lightening. So I get a sense, that this is also happening for you in real time as you're listening to this. So have gratitude for you, how far you've come, for your courage, for your resilience, for your drive, for your determination, for your devotion, for your discipline, for your passion for life and for your dreams. Even if everything on the outside doesn't reflect that right now, it's okay. It's okay. Because once you do this internal work, boom, everything's going to domino effect and start aligning on the outside, because as within, so without. Okay, you got this. I believe in you. Your dreams are valuable and needed in this world. I encourage and empower you to keep going, keep rising. Above all, remember, you are the force. Okay, this has been a fantastic reading for you, group 2. I'm sending you so much love and blessings. And if this message resonated with you, I would love to hear from you. Feel free to hit a like, subscribe if you feel so inspired, comment. I do read every single one of them. And in the sharing of our experiences, we realize that we are not alone. Okay? Sending you so much love until we meet again. Hi there, group 3. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I had to take a little bit of a break after group 2. That was very intense. And now that I've gone outside, grounded, appreciated a little bit of the sunset, I am back to do, last, certainly not least, group number 3. So let's look at your message. You are the group that chose this image. And the message on the back of the card is harmony. Number 20, West. The color black. I don't really resonate with the colors of the directions in this deck, so I'm not going to focus on them. because I use archangel colors for my directions. So anyway, west is the direction of water. It is the subconscious. It is where dreams live. It is the emotions. Okay. So number 20, harmony. This is your card, and I'll read that in a moment. Your archangel is Ramph, angel of time. I am not familiar with this one. How beautiful. What a beautiful guide that is. That's amazing. Angel of time. Okay. And your archetype is thief. Light attribute sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. And in the shadow, stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. Okay, we're not going to focus on the shadow. I'm just reading it so you have it. We're going to focus on the light. Sheds on the light attribute. Sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Okay. Let me tune in. So angel of time, thief, and now let's read the back of this. So 20, harmony. Harmony lives in a lodge of balance and equilibrium between the physical and spiritual aspects of life. For there to be harmony, there must be balance. Okay, do you hear the difference? Balance does not mean harmony. Harmony does not necessarily mean balance, but balance does lead to harmony, okay? Imagine yourself as the hub of a sacred wheel standing in the center. This wheel must function every day of your life. It's giving me like Eye of the Storm vibes. If you imagine that the south is your physical self, the west your emotional self, and the north your spiritual self, and the east your mental self, then you stand in the center, an ancient wheel of truth. Consider whether you spend as much time in the physical south as you do in the spiritual north. Are they balanced? Are they in harmony? Reflect on whether you spend more time in your emotions, west, than you do in your mind, east. Adjust your daily life by being aware of your actions and behavior patterns to incorporate equal effort in all the directions so that your wheel will function in perfect harmony. Okay. So what I'm immediately getting right now for you, group 3, is that there has been a little bit of imbalance with how you use your time, okay? And it's like you've been spending your time focused on lack rather than what you do have. And the angel the angel Ramph is here. Seeing here. The angel Ramph is here to basically say, hey, you know what? We are in a human body, okay? All of us are in a human body. We all have 24 hours in a day. So we get to choose how to fill those 24 hours a day. You know, I always like to use the analogy of a pizza, okay? Break down the day like a pizza pie. You got 24 hours a day, you got 24 slices of za. How do you eat those slices of za every single day? Okay. Do you spend, you know, like 3 slices of za is like your eating and self-care, you know, 8 hours is work, you know, however you break down your pizza pie is how you use your time. And Archangel Ramph is here to just help you with evaluating how you use every 24 hours a day, that every single one is gifted simply because we are a part of this human experience. And wanting you to recognize that there is a little bit of imbalance, and that is creating a lack of harmony in your life because some of this time is being put into focusing on what you don't have. Okay, angel of time. Ramph, eternally vigilant and forever burning, Ramph is the movement through space measured out with precision. Our footsteps upon the earth is passing, for we are all bound to time. See, I just talked about that. One by one, tick by tock, every life is counted, even as those lives pass. We are all sand, and seconds and moments always fleeting. Yes, you know, we are constantly moving forward. Even if you're stuck in the mind, time is still moving forward. Fire burns until it doesn't. Lives are lived until they don't. Dreams are dreamt until we awake. Ramph is there, standing by it all, counting. What better unit of measure than the souls that pass through the tree of life? So Remph walks between past and present, turning every corner in every second. His movements can be seen in our own as a fulcrum between moments. Okay, so for you, group two, excuse me, not group two. Whew, wow. Group three, I'm getting that this Jupiter conjunct North Node is a pivotal point of your life where you are being asked to reevaluate where you are creating imbalance and thus a lack of harmony in your life because you are focused on the lack, because you are using the precious gift of time to focus your energy inefficiently. And this angel here is wanting to assist you with bringing a little more balance by just adjusting where you are focused on, because life is about adjustment and refinement. Okay. I mean, sometimes change is good, but every single day is really about adjusting and refining. Hey, my energy is high today, I'm going to do a little more, or my energy is low today, I'm going to do a little less, and so on and so forth. Okay. So let's get some tarot and look at this Jupiter conjunct North Node. What does it mean for you? What is the overall energy? Whoa, hello, hi, hi, hi. Let's go back in here. Let me shuffle. Let me just do this real quick. Reset this. Okay, all right. Okay, so Jupiter conjunct North Node, what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? There it is. Okay. 7 of acorns. Okay, so overall, it's showing about 7 of acorns, 7 of fire. It's showing you that you do have more options than you might realize. And it's wanting you to focus your attention on which of these options you want to put your energy into. Sometimes we can get so stuck on lack, or we can get so lost in how to get out of that lack that you get stuck in the limbo of indecision. Okay, let's get some more before I keep speaking. What is being activated for you at this time, group 3? 6 of feathers, transition and insight. Yes, so right now, what is being activated for you is subtle changes. Okay, 6 of feathers is the card of change, but it is more subtle, meaning it is more in the subconscious, it is more in the mind. 6 of feathers, 6 of mind, 6 of wands. It is about these subtle changes, these little moments of like, oh, I'm thinking about this and this isn't actually helping me, because the way that the universe and the laws of the earth work is energy attracts energy. It doesn't recognize your thoughts, it attracts your energy, but your energy is fed by your thoughts. So if your thoughts are very much stuck in lack or indecision or daydreaming, then that's what's going to attract into your life. And so what is being activated for you is a shift away from just sitting there and daydreaming and getting lost in the fantasies and getting lost in the, oh, I don't know if I can because I don't have this or that or blah, 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 or whatever. That's what's being activated for you right now. Subtle shifts, subtle adjustments that can help you make better use of your time. Okay. So what is the expansion happening for you at this time, group 3? Page of crystals, page of pentacles. Okay. So what is the expansion that's happening for you right now is taking these ideas. 7 of fire is all about your ideas and starting to implement it into reality, choosing 1, 2, maybe all 7. Okay, I mean, if that's your jam, go for it, but I recommend at least choosing 1, no more than 3, to not overwhelm yourself, and start writing out actionable steps and take inspired action. What I mean by inspired action is, you, for example, you might have an idea of writing a book someday, okay? And you maybe don't have the best writing skills, okay? So your action steps could be to take some courses on writing, to watch some videos, to start journaling, to join, a writer's club. But then you might feel the inspired action to take a walk. And you're like, but that doesn't have anything to do with what my action steps are. But you may not understand that when you go on this walk, you stumble into a free little library, and there's a little like guide in there on, 7 ways to make your book writing dreams come true, or whatever, and then you're like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I needed, right? So Page of Crystals is a card. Page of Pentacles is a card where you both write down your action steps and start, taking small steps. It's good to have a big picture and then break it down into smaller steps, or write down the smaller steps and see where they take you. It doesn't matter. There's no rule to like vision boarding and writing out. Okay. Whenever I have like ideas and thoughts, I have a board, because I like to use whiteboards, but you can use a journal. Whatever works for you. Find your method by experimenting. I have a board where I like just dump all my ideas out, and then on a separate board I start to organize them. Okay. And when I first started this, I used paper, I used journals, and then I'd tear the pieces of paper and like assemble them like a big jigsaw puzzle. Okay, so that's what really is, that's the expansion that's happening for you. It's asking you to, there's like a subtle shifts that are happening in your subconscious, so you can get out of just thinking, daydreaming, fantasizing, focusing on what's not working or whatever, focusing on like, yeah, I want this, but get rid of that word but, okay? It's like the only but you need is the butt you sit on, okay? And start writing those ideas out and start looking at what's real possible, what you can do, what you can't do, and start going for it. Okay. So how do we integrate this change and this expansion in your mind, heart, body? Wow. Okay. Just one card, please. How to integrate in mind. Okay. 3 of acorns, 3 of fire. Okay. Yeah. 3 is about looking at what's possible, what's you're able to do, and what you might need help with, foresight, exploring, planning, collaborating, studying, researching. The mind energy is saying, start just exploring, start reaching out, start getting it out of your head and talk to people who have expertise, talk to a counselor, talk to a trusted friend, or, your partner. It's time to just, start really looking at things from the outside perspective of you. And it's nice to get support and opinions from others, but don't let them tell you what to do. Okay. Let's look at how to integrate in heart. Okay. Queen of acorns. Look, another fire card. Look at all this fire. Okay. Look at all this fire. Okay. I think at the beginning of your group, I misspoke and called you group 2. If you were drawn to group 2 and you weren't sure whether you picked group 2 or 3, there may be messages in there for you, because there was a lot of fire in that reading. And this card also came out in this exact same position. Okay. So it's like your heart is awakening to your passion and your creativity. It's like you have this burning desire to create or have, or, call something in your life. And it could be something like writing a book, but it could also be, just more ease with finances. It could be a different living space. It could just be rearranging your house. It could be, starting a garden, or, opening your garden to the community. It could be moving. It could be starting a new relationship. It could be ending a relationship. It could be many things. But in your heart space, how to integrate all of this is to really just tap into the fire, what lights you up, what sparks you. It's like, okay, I got everything written down, and this looked maybe this looked okay, all right, but this, oh yeah, let's do it, let's go. That's what's that is what is asking you to focus your attention on, and recognize that that is your potential wealth. Okay, that is how you bring more harmony in your life. You bring more harmony in your life by acting on what sets your soul on fire. Now, how to integrate this in the body, please? Number 12, the Hanged Man, patience and perspective. Okay, I find this very interesting because Three of Acorns is about foresight. It's being able to look at the variables and, what could fit here, what may need to move there. It's like looking at a puzzle that hasn't been assembled and starting to see like, ooh, these colors could, they all fit here, these shapes fit here, these lines fit here, and then slowly starting to assemble. And you're being guided, to just see the bigger picture and have patience with the process, okay? Because you are just at the beginning of this journey. You are just starting to pull this idea out and put it into action. So you're not going to get the results that you want right away. And, this Jupiter conjunct North Node is about your destiny. It's about your life purpose, right? So if you're just at that starting phase, you need to just be gentle with yourself of, okay, I may not have all the knowledge and experience right now, but that doesn't mean that I don't have this fire. I don't have this will. I don't have this determination to to bring this into life. And, time here is to just remind you that yes, you are in a quote unquote ticking clock, but don't get stuck in that loop, right? Rather, how can you best use the time that you have now, right? Where can you bring a little more balance by making micro adjustments in your everyday life to support this grander picture so that you can have more patience with yourself as you appreciate and go along the journey of exploring, implementing, acting, and so on and so forth, okay? Now let's look at a potential challenge with this process right here. These cards are sticky now. What's going on? Okay, the challenge is Knight of Cups, okay? So the challenge is for you, group 3, is feeling the challenge for you is having compassion for yourself through this process. Okay, that's what the Knight of Cups energy is about. The Knight of Cups is about having passion for, or having compassion for yourself, recognizing that things are going to take time. You're going to need to make many adjustments along the way. You might need to study, you might need to become a student again, okay? And especially if you're aged in the human experience, and I say aged over mature because age and maturity doesn't have anything to do with it, but the older we are in the human experience in the physical body, the more difficult it can be to let go of certain ideas and thoughts and patterns and habits. It can be difficult to say, hey, I gotta learn this thing again, right? But don't let that discourage you, okay? Because let's look at what the highest outcome is. Okay, this flew out. Let's see if it comes in again. The highest outcome within the next 12 months, up to 12 years, because Jupiter and Taurus, Jupiter and Taurus is, that cycle sits for 12 years. So this energy could affect you up to 12 years, but we're going to just bring it into the next 12 months. Okay. So, okay. 7 of crystals. Look, another 7. Okay. So the highest outcome is that you take this 7 of fire, okay, you take it from just being in here to 7 of crystals. You start seeing how many options you have. You start seeing results, you start seeing that, wow, when I take little baby steps, okay, that's when I start seeing that I have more options than I realized, that I have more solutions available to me, that I have more skills and resources that I can use because I've been, taking little steps. And and that will also support with feeling inspired and joyful. When we see results, that's a motivator, right? But when we don't see results, that can be really difficult. I get what's coming to mind right now is the example of bamboo. Okay, bamboo, when you plant bamboo in the soil, you water it every single freaking day for like 5 years and you don't see anything. You don't see anything. You're like pouring water, fertilizer, whatever, bamboo, nothing. And then you wake up one rising 5 years later or whatever, 5, 6 years later, and then there's an explosion of bamboo everywhere. And I don't know if you know anything about bamboo, but bamboo takes over. Okay. It literally takes over. If you don't plant it inside, like deep into the ground, inside of a chain linked fence, those roots will spread and it's a literal weed that it is impossible to get rid of. So that's basically what I'm getting for you, group 3. It's like you get so focused on, oh, I'm running out of time, I don't have enough time, I need to have it now, that you don't give yourself the patience. And that's what the body card came out. 12, the Hanged Man, is about patience. It is about patience. It is about patience. It is about patience. It is about patience. I know I'm saying this again, but it is about patience. And you have to be patient with this process to see the results that you want. But if you give up before you see the bamboo, before you start seeing results, then you're going to constantly feel like you're wasting your time, when that is not true. It's simply that you are not giving yourself enough time. Okay. And that's where that perspective shift is coming in. That's what's being activated for you. It's like a perspective shift is happening for you to realize that, you know what? You just need to start taking steps and just keep going and trust your vision. Okay. Because in this heart center, you have the Queen of Acres, the Queen of Fire. This is like your passion, your dreams, your creativity, your motivation, your desire, your willpower, your, just the thing that lights you up, that brings you joy, that brings you wealth. And if you're concerned about money, recognize that when you are passionate about something, the money will come. Okay. But if you're focused on money as the outcome, that's not really tapping into your passion. So that's another perspective shift that you might need to do. It's not about the money. It's about, okay, maybe I do need to get a job here and there to like help me while I'm nurturing this dream, but it's a seed. It's a seed of one of your seeds. Okay. What do you do with seeds? You put it in the soil, and then you water it, not overwater it or you'll drown it. Don't underwater it, then you'll starve it and kill it. Okay. But you have to be gentle and you have to be patient with that seed. You're not going to start fucking digging around in there. You're going to kill it. So you have to be patient with the seed that you choose to bring out of your consciousness and start implementing ideas and have patience with the process. And within 12 months to 12 years, you'll start seeing the results, and those results will show you how many more options you have, where you need to keep making adjustments, and so on and so forth, so that you can have that highest outcome. Now, let's look at what to focus your energy in this now to get to this. Okay, where do you focus your energy right now? Yeah, this came out. 3 of Wands. 6 of Feathers came out in what is activated, and 3 of Wands is what to focus your energy on. And what is the 3 of Wands? It is about release. It is about healing. It is about letting go of loss, of heartache, of disappointment. It is about being gentle with yourself and coming back into harmony within yourself, so that you can have more harmony on the outside, because as within, so without. So that is what you focus your energy on right now. You focus on releasing the past, okay? Angel of Time sits in between past and present, between present and future. The future is not real. The future is only in the mind. The past is a memory of the present. The present is all that exists. And the future is a possibility based on the choices of the now. So the moment that we call now is all that exists. That's what the Angel of Time is here to say. It is here to say that, yes, time is a measure to help you evaluate your growth and your successes, and also what hasn't worked. But success is a whole bunch of failures stacked on top of each other, right? So it's time to let go of your failures and look at how you have succeeded and tap more into that passionate creative fire in your heart that is here, alive, waking up, calling you to step into your destiny. So what is the gift of this alignment, please? What is the gift of this alignment? 9 of Cups. Nine of Cups is wishes fulfilled. Okay, that's the gift. Ultimately, the gift of this journey. And look at this. I just noticed this picture here. It's like this guy, this person's on this journey. Okay, and there's the world right there. So it's like you're on this journey. You're like somewhere on this bridge. There's no one around you. But you're kind of looking at the world, thinking like, well, how do I get to that? You get to that by taking action. You get to that by letting go. You get to that by taking one step at a time. Every choice is an opportunity to begin again. And the gift of all of this, it's going to bring you to your wishes fulfilled. It's going to bring you to your Nine of Cups. But prayer is not enough. Okay, prayer is not enough. It is not enough to pray about it. It's not enough to say, do your affirmations every day. It's not enough to vision board. It's a combination of mind, heart, body, spirit, soul, community, alignment, all of those things, and trust and patience. Okay, all of these are the ingredients for the soup for manifestation. Okay, it is not just I'm going to think it, I'm going to picture it, and then I'm going to open my eyes and it's going to be floating in front of me. Okay, that is a toxic spirituality teaching that has infiltrated the consciousness that bypasses your personal power. Okay, because the whole point of being in the human experience is to experience life. Okay, the gift of being in the human experience is free will. So even though you have all of this potential within you, nobody's going to come from the outside and say, hey, it's time to get up and do the thing. Okay, maybe you do have a cheerleader and a coach. I mean, I am an empowerment coach and I take on clients every so often throughout the year. But unless you have somebody that you're literally paying for their services, oh, you may have like a really awesome friend, but even that friend, their job, your friend, your family, your partner, if you're not paying somebody to like be your cheerleader 24/7, it's not right for them. Because then you're tapping into a cycle of codependency. You're not tapping into your own potential, your own power of will, your own focus, your own determination, your own abilities and capabilities, your own resources, your own challenges. Okay, it's okay to not know, but are you willing to be courageous enough to say, you know what, I have this dream, these are my thoughts, this is what I can do, this is what I need support with, and I'm going to act on it so that I can start seeing the results for a life that is actually in harmony and in balance, right? So let's get one more card for the gift of this alignment, and then we'll close this reading. One more card, please. What is the gift of this alignment for this beautiful, sweet pile three? Nine of crystals. Look, two nines. Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so it's like you're going to arrive where your wishes are fulfilled, where you're feeling very stable, secure, content with your home life. You're almost at that end of a cycle. And 9 is about self-mastery. 10 is when you come into that mastery within your community and or with another. But 9 is really the completion of a personal journey. And this is the journey that you're going through right now for the next, several months to 2 years. You're going on this journey where you are going to be acting and stop being a thief of yourself, stop stealing from yourself. That's basically what this card is saying. It's like you need to stop stealing from yourself by attaching yourself to things outside of you that take away your power, that, do not encourage and support and motivate and inspire you, okay, that keep you in this energy of heartache and loss and disappointment, okay? So that you can tap into your Nine of Cups and your Nine of Pentacles, stability, abundance, wealth, opulence, joy, love, harmony, okay? That is the gift that is waiting for you at the end of this long, beautiful journey. Because remember, beloved one, it is not about the destination. The destination is awesome. It is also about the journey. It is also about the challenges along the way. It's not about how many times you fall or how you fall or why you fall or where you fall. It's about getting up every single time, shaking yourself up. okay, maybe you might need to cry a little bit, and that's okay. Take a bath, take a nap, feed yourself some snacks, ask somebody for a hug. All of that is okay. All of you is valid, but it's really about picking yourself up and going, continuing to walk down that bridge. It's like you can see, okay? That's what this energy is about, Queen of Acorns. You can see what you want, you can taste it, you can feel it, you have visualized it, but it's not going to happen until you act on it. Okay. All right, beloved ones, that is your reading, group 3. Thank you so much for being here. If this resonated with you, I would love to hear from you. Feel free to hit the like, subscribe if my voice and my channel resonates with you, and comment down below. We are all in this human experience together, and the more we share of ourselves, the more we realize that, we're all experiencing life in a similar way, just with a different story, and you never know who you may connect with on this channel. So thank you again for being here. I'm sending you love and blessings for a very powerful realignment with your highest, most joyful purpose.